What's up, Alphas? My name is Kepo. Welcome back to BTD Gaming. So this week's dungeon is the Mighty Gullet of the Amphibian. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into stats here as usual. And if you guys don't know about last week, I was talking about you needing a certain amount of movement speed for this week's dungeon, or dungeons in general. So I have 169%, and we have 372% melee. As for weapons here, I would say the combo or shotgun with 200 shots or less, but 200 damage minimum, because there is some big creatures in here. You're also going to need a symbiote, a sword, and stimulants. The rest is not necessary, but I like the healing, I like the extra speed, flowers for food, and canteen for water. So let's go ahead and get into it here. So as always, you're going to see yourself as a little yellow dot on the mini-map. You're going to go ahead and navigate using that. As you move, the little yellow dot moves, as you can see here. All you got to do is use that to navigate. So I'll go ahead and throw up the map real quick, so that way we are not lost in the sauce. So this is the map. As you can see here, there are mandatory traps you have to do. It's not like the last one where it's easy ones. There actually is a jump. So we're going to start here with a little black circle. We're going to follow the red path down south, double back, and then follow the blue path to the boss. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first room is going to be an Allosaurus room. And as far as this goes, in the room you heat up slowly. So what I do here is, as usual, I take my sword out and I beat everything up as fast as possible. So for those of you without high melee, this is why you need the shotgun or combo, because you're going to need to shoot these things so that way they don't beat you up too bad. But honestly, they only have 1000 HP, so a few shots to take each one down. You're going to face 3 waves as usual, 3 waves of 3. Alright, so now that that's dealt with, we're going to continue to go south here. And I'm also going to grab a couple of these chests along the way, but we're going to continue going south as far as the blue route goes. Also, a thing to note is these vents, if you stand on them, you will take damage, so do your best to avoid touching those. Those are a big no-no. So along with another vent to dodge, you'll notice this axe trap. This one has a sticky webbing, so it has a pattern. It always goes closer, farther, farthest, or opposite around. It goes the farthest from you, middle, and then closest. All I do to get past that is run and jump. You might have to face a couple of these, but one more time. If you notice as I'm walking up to it, the furthest, the middle, and then the closest. So furthest, middle, and then run and jump on the closest. It gets you just about all the way there, and you're able to just walk across. Now this is the only reason this dungeon is hard, this is called the swamp jump. I personally have never succeeded on it without a symbiote, because I don't know, I guess I'm just not good at it. But as far as symbiotes goes, you need 160% minimum movement speed and a focal chili. All you do is, if you look on the other side, there's a little lip here that's a different color from the rest. All you do is run and jump as soon as you hit that lip, and you float right across. Simple as that. I also know there's people that do it with parachutes, but I personally have never been able to do that. The other way to get across is to sprint and jump on one platform and then turn around and sprint and jump to the end using just 2 jumps. But I've never been able to do that either because it's just way too randomized. Sometimes the platforms take 5 minutes to disappear. Sometimes they take half a second. So we're going to continue going south using the map. I will go ahead and speed it up here so it doesn't take too much time. So now we're coming up to a new type of wall. This is called the swamp wall. If you'll notice, as soon as it taps here, it glitches. This is called the reset. So it'll tap twice. Third hit is when you run, just like on the other wall. It'll do this twice. So that was the first one. Then same thing, 1, 2, 3, and then you'd run. But on the third one, it'll glitch. It won't actually do the slow. So it'll go 1, 2, and then glitch. This glitch is your opportunity. So you go 1, 2, and then run. As simple as that. Never let it get too ahead of you. It's literally a 1, 2. As soon as it hits the third time, you run. It does it 2 times, and then the third time it glitches out. We're going to have to come back to this, but for now, let's go ahead and grab the rest of the chest, add the facility key in order to get to the other side. So at the end of this super long hallway is the first tech building blueprint, which you can easily get. There's no traps, but that is the first tech you're going to get. And if you go further up in this long, gigantic room, if you want to skip all these chests, on the top right is the key. That's the only 2 real reasons for coming over here is the key and the tech. So there is our facility key. Now it's time to double back, straight back to the beginning where we started. So I'll go ahead and meet you back at the wall. Alright, welcome back to the wall, guys. We're going to show you the pattern one more time. So that was the glitch signaling the reset. So 1, 2, 3, and then you'd run. And then same thing again. 1, 2, and then run. So this would be your second opportunity. And then the third time it would glitch. So 1, 2, and then reset. So we're going to go ahead and do this now. 1, 2, and then 3, you'd run. Now this is a glitch. All you need to do is walk backwards. Just walk backwards. I can almost guarantee your pants will be a little bit dirty after that. It's just a little glitch that happens where it actually has you stuck at the entrance. So all you need to do is walk backwards. I promise you, you'll be okay. As you saw, I walked backwards. I got out of it fine. My pants got a little dirty, a little brown, but that's fine. Here we are back at the swamp jump. This is mandatory. There's no way you can skip it, but same thing. Just throw on your symbiote. Make sure you have a focal chili on. And this focal chili is not required if you have over 170% movement speed, but run and jump and you'll fly right over. If you notice, I had completely overshot it and get all the way to the ramp. That's just because I have extremely high movement speed. So let's go ahead and get back to the beginning and go to the other wall trap. So as you can see, this has got a lot of wall traps. If you're not good with walls, you're probably going to struggle in here. But the concept's always the same. You're always going to wait for the reset and then run through on the third hit. Very fast, very simple. And I hope you guys learned a lot from it and you don't struggle with the wall at all. So if you remember the map from earlier, now we are on the other route. We got to go down south all the way to the boss room and go fight the boss. So if you remember this trap, further all the way to closest or closest to furthest, you just run and jump and you'll get halfway through it without being stuck all day. I want you guys to pay attention to the signal on the top right. It says no armor. So that means you could have a maxed out 2 million armor, 3 billion defense flak set or riot set. But with that signal up top, that basically means they ignore it completely. They'll do full damage to you regardless. And this is a corner room, so be very careful. They do kind of have a little, I wouldn't know what to call it. I would say a little delay in their attack. When they get to you, they'll actually pause for a second before they actually bite. So that gives you a chance to back up and move away. But as for a combo or shotguns, be very, very careful in this room because they will demolish you. So now that that's dealt with, we're going to go ahead and go down south some more, and we're going to grab all these chests along the way. The next room is a growing frog room, a growing biz buffalo room, which basically means they gain more HP each round, and there's a lot less of them. I'm going to be using the meat trick where you just type in meat and then you hit drop all, and it'll drop all the meat in your inventory without actually getting rid of anything else in your inventory. As you can see here, I still have all these arrows and stuff and everything that I've gotten from the dungeon so far. So on another wall, remember, wait for the glitch, and then 1, 2, and then on the third hit, run. So there's the glitch, 1, 2, and then on the third hit, run. Boom. I got me a tech saddle, so same thing, wait for the glitch, and then on the third hit, you run. So let's wait for it. Wait for it. There's the glitch, and then 1, 2, and boom. Done and done. So as you see on the map here, I'm at the very southernmost part now. I just got the tech. This is the growing frog room. So all you need to do, there's only going to be 2 of them, is just murder their faces off. They're frogs. You have stimulants for a reason. Honestly, they're not too dangerous. So now I'm going to go left and grab these 2 chests real quick because one of them is a freemium. If you don't know the term freemium, it's basically one of the items you can get with Amber, but you get it for free, which makes life a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and run over here. And then let me tell you about the next room. The last and final room is a Trudon with Pegomastax minions. So what the Trudon does is, regardless of armor, it gives you a debuff, which gives you torpor. So that is going to be your main target. And then the Pegos, they steal anything in your inventory. So what you're supposed to do, which I did not do because I am dumb, is everything in your inventory slots, how I have the sword, canteen, and everything else, you're supposed to take that out and put in raw meat or poop or something for them to steal. Just keep your weapons in there. So this is the Trudon. You definitely want to kill that first because it will knock you out really fast. If you notice, the Pegos just stole my canteen. Once you find the one that stole your stuff and murder it, you can actually get it back. So now that the room's cleared, I'm going to run over to the one that stole my canteen. There it is. I murdered it, and there is my canteen back. They only have like a minute timer after you murder them, so you want to make sure you do it quickly. So there you have it, guys. That is the Mighty Gullet of the Amphibian run. Very simple for a melee mob. As for people who have to use guns, I would say it's a little bit more on the medium difficulty side because of all the big creatures. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe.